Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Zeke, and this is So today I am going into fanboy mode, so I made sure I didn't have anything Ping related. I've even got a Callaway jacket on, just so I don't seem too biased. Okay, I love Ping. I'm sorry. I love Ping clubs. But I'm testing the G440 K driver. As most of you who follow me on Dilligolf know, I love my Ping Max 10K. It is the best driver I've ever hit in my life. It is outstanding, and it's going to take a lot to get me off that driver. The TaylorMade QI10 almost had me swap it. I'll give them credit on that. The QI4D, I don't think it did enough to make me swap out of the Max 10K. Now we've got the new Ping driver, which is that 440K, the G440K. Let's see if that club could knock the Max 10K off of its throne. That was cheesy. Just watch the video. Now we're going with my Ping. It's not my Ping. This is the Ping K G440. Looks are looks. Let's see how they hit. Well, I didn't know how Ping was going to outdo that Max 10K. That's the best club I've ever hit.
Yeah, somebody told me they like that.
Like this one better? Dang. I don't know where it went, but it seemed like I hit it hard. Ooh, the spin's only 2,300. That went 243, 226 carry. All right, so compared to the QI4D TaylorMade's first whack, this is better so far. I'm not gonna judge off one whack. That sounded bad. Whew, hooked it. 243 again, 216 on the carry. 91 club head, 240 and 216 carry. 94 club head, 215 distance, 190 carry with 2100 spin. So the spin is definitely lower on this Ping G440. Yeah, the spin is like 1,000 less with this. That's pretty impressive. When I tested the QI40, that spin was always up over 3,200. It's always been below 3,000 with this one. Once again, my favorite Ping. 92 club head speed, only 193 distance. But the spin down at 240 or 2,400. I'm gonna take one real good whack at this. And then we'll call it on this one. I sliced that one. I saw it come off. Yeah, we want to talk about that one. 87 club head speed, 190 distance. '94 club head, 232 distance, 218 carry. So now that you saw me hit it, you saw a little bit of the numbers that I was getting on that thing. The spin was phenomenal. I was in that 2,300 to 3,000 range every single time. I think a few of them I went over 3,000. But the spin is important because that's the trajectory of the ball. If you got too much spin, it's going to loft real high. You're not going to get a whole lot of distance. You want to get the distance. I'm not going to go into the physics of it. Just trust me. I promise. I'm not lying to you. I read it on the internet. Remember, with this review, I am a high handicap golfer. I went and played yesterday, and I was over 100. Whew, not my handicap. My handicap's not 100. I'm up at like 18, 20, probably 20. But anyways, I suck at golf. So will this club help me with my golf game? At least off the tees, yes. Before I get into what my feels are and the performance and the sound and the feel, did I say feel twice? The performance, the sound and feel, price, and the looks. Most important part. Not really. Let's talk about what Ping says about the driver. New things that they've done with this club. They have a dual carbon fly wrap. What that means is the dual wrap and the free hosel technology. The hosel is a little piece that goes into the club head. Save weight from the sole, crown, and hosel region, positioning the center of gravity lower and deeper for added ball speed and forgiveness. I have a problem with center of gravity. As you saw in that video, I got a little bit of a gut now. I'm trying to get rid of it. That video made me lose. I'm like fasting right now. Might be why I'm a little wired right now. But higher center of gravity is not fun. It's not fun in cars, taking curves. It's not fun in golf with the driver. This has the record-setting lowest center of gravity that Ping's ever done, according to their website. It also has a center of gravity shifter, has high density tungsten back weights. They adjust to one of three positions: neutral, draw, or fade, shifting the CG, center of gravity, to optimize ball speed, launch, and spin for straighter and longer results. So it's going to make that lower center of gravity to get you longer, faster results. I saw that. I saw the difference. Before I read everything on here, you can go on their website. Just go to ping.com. You can read it all. As far as looks go, let's go start with the looks, because really that's the least important. You can have an ugly brown paper bag, and if it hits at 350 yards, you're not going to care what it looks like. The looks on this, though, are phenomenal. Like I say all the time, I love carbon fiber, and this has carbon fiber all over this thing. The one thing I didn't like, the only thing I don't like about my Max 10K is the yellow accents. This switched to my favorite color, the blue accents. So yellow versus blue, this has got it. The face, the club head face, gotta admit, Ping, it's kind of boring. Do I care? No, not at all. It's just blah. It's just like a plain old face. Don't change it though, because I was hitting it great. So just don't take my... Ping's not watching this. What am I saying? When it all boils down to it, looks on this thing are phenomenal. Probably my favorite Ping driver design looks-wise to date, except for the face. Just the looks. Don't change the face because of the looks, because I hit it great. Now, as far as sound and feel, the sound sounds just like my Max 10K. It could just be me. I may have to go make a comparison in the sound, but sound was great. It does have kind of that Ping signature ping. The feel was outstanding. I felt like the feel was very similar to the QI4D, even though I wasn't getting the club head speed that the QI4D was giving me. But the feel, it was different. It was definitely different than my Max 10K. I don't know if that's that record-setting lower center of gravity that they're talking about. Could be, but it definitely felt great. Performance. The performance on this club. I've got to get some more subscribers on this channel before I just go spend the money and swap it out. Or maybe I sell my Max 10K. If there has been a club that I have hit since I've started this whole Dilligolf journey, this G440 K almost knocks my Max 10K out. In fact, when I was hitting it, I felt so good hitting it that I was ready to drop the money on it to swap out my clubs. I'm not going to do that because I'd like to stay married to my wife, who I love very much. I mean, I swore the Max 10K was the best driver I've ever hit in my life. And I get it. Every year, every driver is going to be bigger and better than the last year and bigger and better than 5 years ago. And oh, by the way, we're going to give you 7 new yards every year. Why are we not at 1,000-yard drives? If you get 7 yards every year for the last 20 years, what's the math on that? Oh, the math on that's like 140 yards extra, not 1,000. I'm not good at math. As far as forgiving, we have talked about with my crappy golf game, I need forgiveness. I need lots of forgiveness because I have got lots of issues with golf. When I played yesterday, I lost 7 balls. This was very, very forgiving. Was it as forgiving as the QI4D? I think neck and neck. I'm trying to think back. I'm going to go back and watch these videos again. I probably should have done it before the review, but forgive me. If the QI4D or the Ping G440 are, one is more forgiving than the other, I'll go do a YouTube short to tell you which one was more forgiving. But in my mind, just reviewing these two, they're about the same as far as forgiveness. I tried to put both of these in the front of my stance, in the back of my stance, try to just swing away like I used to always slice things 300 yards. This wouldn't let me. I would hit a little fade, and a couple of them I sliced a good bit, maybe 50, 75 yards off. but it wasn't as bad as if I was swinging just a normal club. Yeah, the Ping G440 K is extremely forgiving. Distance wise, I was happy with the distance. My distance has come down after taking a year off. I don't know if those muscles are just weaker, if it's my form, what it is, but the distance I've been averaging since coming back to this is about 210 to 240. I used to be up about 260 to 275, and once in a blue moon, I'd hit 280 to 300. Once in a blue moon. This, I was hitting straight and accurate about 200 to 240. There was a few 250s. I was happy with those. As far as performance, this thing is a straight hitter. It's forgiving. It hits long. It hits far. That's kind of the same thing. I've also taken a year off from doing these reviews. Can you tell? I think if I took this club out, I'd find the fairway, I was going to say 90% of the time, but let's be real. It's still me. Probably about 60% of the time. Now, for the final part, which is most important for most people, the price. Is the price worth it? I think with inflation and everything that's happened over the last couple of years, going from $550 on my Max 10K to $650 on this club is probably fair. I don't know. That's expensive for one club. You know, I know people that put together a whole set for $650. But if you're starting to get serious into golf and you want a forgiving club that's going to help fix some of your issues, this G440 is going to do it. It was very, very forgiving. I did hook a few. That didn't bother me because I was playing around with my stance just to see how forgiving it was. But the hook still wasn't that bad. I think the most I hooked it was maybe 20 yards, 25 yards left, which in some golf courses, that's in the woods. Price, $650. Is that worth it? For a club that does what this does, yes, I think so. Wait around. You might see some sales starting to happen over the summer. Right now, people are buying like hotcakes because they're getting ready for the golf season. So it's probably going to stay in that $649, $650 range. This is a great club, worth the money. Ping, I love Ping. It's my favorite brand. Ping, if you'd like to send me one, you're not watching this, are you? Ping G440 K driver is absolutely worth it. So what is my general final thoughts? It's a thumbs up. It is 100% a thumbs up. If you are looking for a new driver, I'm going to say this one, depending on what you want. If you want the spin control, this one is great. If you want the club head speed, the QI40 kind of has the edge on this one. But the Ping G440, so far my favorite out of the 4 I reviewed today. I hope that helps. I hope you think, hey, I'm going to buy that. Or you think, hey, because of that review, I'm not going to buy that. Just don't tell Ping. And make sure you comment, subscribe, comment below. Do you have this driver? Do you want this driver? Have you tried this driver? What do you think? Share it with your friends that are looking for a good driver. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, just keep swinging.
Dilligolf.